There are times in your life now that I can reflect back on my life when I was a kid that wasn't quite right. If anything, they probably was dead wrong. But you didn't know it at the time because you were a kid. You didn't know. One of those times or one of those instances are that I remember, my mom and dad would go out routinely every Friday. It's the end of the week, Friday. They worked all week. They would get ready and they would go out. And I remember that time just being so precious. I can remember smelling my mom's perfume and her putting a lipstick on and her earrings, and my dad putting his tie and had his little suit on. And my mom asked him to help her zip up the back of her dress, and he would help her, and they all smelled good. My dad would shave with that Blue Magic, put his little Old Spice on, and it was just a wonderful time. And then I was 7 years older than my sister, so what would happen is I would babysit. And so my mom gave me a kiss on the forehead and said, Rod, all right, we're going to be out late. And walk them to the door. And she said, now lock the door behind us. And I would lock the door and then I would peek out the window. And then my mom and my dad would give each other a hug. And then my mom get in her car and my dad get in his car and they both go. My mom went right and my dad went left. Now thinking back on that, I thought that was normal. My mom would go hang out with her friends or go do her thing, and my dad would go do his thing. And that was the normal routine up until they got divorced. Now looking back on it, it's clear as day that something was wrong. I was a kid, I didn't know. Sad. That's a true story. But with adult eyes, you can see a little clearer.